Thank you once again for accepting to watch this video all the way to the end. And please, if this happens to be the first time you chance on our video, this is Secrets of Health TV, and please kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. And do not forget also to click onto the notification button and get notified anytime we bring you new videos like this. In today's video, as you can see, I visited a very good friend of mine in his studio, and we did some interview too. So right after the interview, he just held me ransom. He said that no, he wouldn't allow me to leave. He has one or two questions to ask me. I had even wanted him to ask me, behind the scene or in camera. He said, no, these questions he has for me, he thinks will benefit you, my viewers. So I should just do it, on camera. Therefore, I have decided to, shoot this video so that the answers I will be giving him, you too will be able to benefit from it and then learn something from it. But as I'm speaking to you, I really do not know what question he has for me. So I don't know. My friend, I hope you are not going to ask me questions I cannot answer.
This is a straight question, and I think each and every one will benefit. But before that, I would like to thank you for supporting the community and everything. Secrets of Health TV, you are doing a really great job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you also for having me in your studio, the Sunna TV show. Yes, you have a very nice, studio, the Sunna TV show. So stay tuned. Just join his channel, Sunna TV show on YouTube. Sunna TV show. As you can see, he has a lot of goodies for you. And my interview with him, you see it on Sunna TV show. So my friend, without wasting much time, kindly tell us or kindly let me know what question you want me to answer.
My question is just a straightforward question. My question is, what exactly do you think is the problem? Why most men can't satisfy their spouses?
Hey. So I see why you don't want to tell me this question. Exactly. You want
this should be a surprise question.
Really, folks, I'm really surprised as he is. But I think his question is a laudable question, and it is one of the best questions I've ever received from a follower. You see, that has been the order of the day. In fact, on the more serious note, I have been receiving a lot of, chastisement or a lot of complaints from few people, not most of them, few, maybe one or two or three people, that they have realized that now my videos is now channeling towards men. I used to have, or still not used to, I still have a lot of videos about other conditions. You check my social media handles, you see them, videos on diabetes, you see videos on stomach ulcer. Can you imagine? I've even done a video on how to take your bath in the washroom. When you go to the washroom, the first place you must allow water to touch.
Yes, can you came across that?
Yes, yeah. I have done a lot. In fact, I have done virtually all the videos concerning all the conditions.
But before then, what will you tell us a bit about that? Just brush a bit about that.
That video. Yes, in that video, I said that anytime you go into the washroom, make sure, try your possible best to let the water, especially if the water is a normal water, cold water. If the water is cold water, try and let the water get to your down part first before it comes up all the way to your head.
Okay.
So because you've been hearing cases of people falling in a bathroom, suffering from stroke. Some are even ending up dying, and so on. So most of them are as a result of that condition. As soon as they entered the washroom, they allowed the water to first touch their head. Okay. When you do so, the brain is having very tiny blood vessels. We call them capillaries. These veins are already hot because the blood is hot. So as soon as you enter the washroom, the water coming from the tub or the shower is cold. It's cold water.
Exactly.
So as soon as cold and hot mix at the same time, something happens we call hemorrhagic or dilation will happen. So these tiny hot blood vessels, upon getting in contact with cold water, they will burst.
This is just by the way, I think.
Now, back to your question. Why are men very weak in the other room?
Good.
There are a lot of conditions which can lead men or which can lead a man to become very extremely very weak. Good. Do you know that when a man is suffering from hepatitis B, such a man will not be able to perform very well? Do you know that? Yes. So hepatitis B is one major factor which is leading men to become very weak, which is making men of nowadays weak.
Okay.
And you and I know that now hepatitis B is now, common among us.
Yeah.
You understand? So about 5 out of 100 men are all suffering from hepatitis B. So automatically, these 5 men will be having issues with their match, with their game in the other room. They can't satisfy their coach. They can't satisfy their partners.
Good.
You understand? That one put aside. Do you know that a condition like diabetes can also make render a man, weak in the other room, especially when a person is, hooked up on the diabetic medication for more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You understand? So such a condition can also render you to become very weak in the other room.
Good.
You understand? I hope I'm answering your questions. Exactly. And I hope, folks, you are also enjoying it. Now, the third reason why men are weak, some is stress. A man can be weak in the other room due to stress. That such a man may not necessarily be suffering from diabetes, may not necessarily be suffering from, let's say, hepatitis, may be healthy, but stress. He is passing through a certain stressful moment. You and I know that this game we play in the other room on the pitch has everything to do with the psychology, has everything to do with our minds, our state of mind. So if a man is not having a very good state of mind, automatically, when you put him in the midfield to distribute the passes, he will just be giving wrong passes, faulty passes.
Exactly.
And when the ball is given to him to place it gently into the net, he will just play the ball over the bar.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, you know how coaches behave.
Exactly.
The coaches will be, throwing tantrums here and there.
Exactly.
I hope you understand.
Yeah.
So stress is also one of the main factors that is rendering men of nowadays very, very, weak.
Good.
And you and I know the kind of stress people passes through.
Exactly.
You understand? So stress is also one factor. Okay. And then there's another disease called prostate disorder.
Is it the same as prostate cancer?
Yes, prostate. It normally escalates from prostate, enlargement, if nothing, or benign. We call it benign, prostatic hyperplasia. So when that one is not treated very well, it can escalate into cancerous because it will move from benign stage to malignant. I hope you understand. Yeah. So when a man is having any issues regarding prostate to another trouble, the man cannot defend. If you put him in the heart of the defend,
he cannot.
Opponent will be just passing through here on floor, nutmeg, and he can't defend it.
Exactly.
He can't go to air ball. He can't defend. He can't even make a very good pass.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, supporters will be distant. So when a man is suffering from prostate, that is, he can't perform. And then another factor is when a man is suffering from any form of infection. I've already told you about hepatitis, because hepatitis is also an infection. Now, the most common infections a lot of people know is gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, and the rest.
Exactly.
So when a man is suffering from any of these infections, automatically such a man cannot perform well.
Good.
So you now see why men are now complaining of.
Exactly.
Because the reason why I'm saying this is that when a man calls you for, or calls me for medication for that, when you ask him, when you ask him about all these conditions, you realize that you confirm that, oh, he is suffering from one of these. But bear in mind, as a man as he is, as soon as he calls you, he will not tell you that, oh, doctor, I have diabetes. So for that matter, it is affecting my football game in the other room. No, he will just go straight. Please, I'm looking for medication that can make me strong in the other room. So it is up to you
to maybe
to diagnose him, to give him oral consultation. So normally I take them through oral diagnosis. Do you have this kind of disease? Do you have gonorrhea? Have you suffered from gonorrhea before? He say no. Do you have diabetes? Do you have this? Do you have this? And so on. So by the time you are done with him, you realize that you find out that, oh, he is suffering from one of the reasons I have just mentioned. And another reason is heart-related condition. If a man is suffering from any form of heart-related condition, either arteriosclerosis, which is the hardening of the arteries, or high, BP,
blood pressure.
So when a man is having any form of heart-related condition, he cannot perform because when it comes to the game, the heart plays a major role, a significant role. By what? By way of pumping in blood into the boot area, where the boot is. Because if you're a man, your boot is started, your boot is not laced very well, laced very strongly.
Exactly.
You cannot shoot.
You cannot shoot at all. Exactly.
So the heart will make sure to pump more blood into the boot so that it will lace the boot very well, make the boot to become very strong, so that when you hit the ball will stop at nowhere, direct into the pool, except into the pool. You understand? So the heart, plays a significant role as far as the game is concerned. So these and other matters put together, is now making men, very, very weak in the other room. So I think I've answered your question. Or do you have more questions?
I think you've answered my question. And this diseases or this sickness you made mention, I think we should find time to maybe educate our people on those sickness.
Yes.
So that it will, I think, will
so
help.
that is why I always tell my fellow practitioners that when a client calls you for these kind of medications, you have to diagnose the person either orally or medically. You have to diagnose the person very well. Because for all you know, his condition is not, there is something because automatically every man is supposed to play the football game without any enhancement, without taking any medication. Automatically every man is a footballer. When a man is born and he reaches a puberty age, a puberty stage, automatically he will know how to play football without the help of anybody. You understand? You are shocked, eh?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Without the help of anybody. That is how God created we the men. You understand? But at a point in time, so anytime you realize that a man is put on the field to play the game, either in the midfield or in the heart of the defense, or as a striker, and he is not able to score goals, he is not able to dribble the ball, he is not able to give accurate passes. It tells you that the man may be suffering from one or two of the conditions I have just, mentioned. You understand?
Exactly.
So that is how things are. my brother. So I believe I've answered most of your questions.
I think you've answered most of my questions, and I'm very happy to have you on the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. And please, folks, kindly copy the link of this video and make sure you share to any platform you belong, whether on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on TikTok, on Instagram, any platform you have. Just share the link over there so that your friends, your family, and people around you can also get to enjoy this video. And until I see you again in the next video, in the next episode, okay, you give us the closing remarks.
Wassalamu alaikum.